Alright, there we go. Now it's showing. There we are. Okay. Weird. So weird. My links in the chat, and then we will get going here. Reload it again and see if that's happening. Alright. Seems like it's okay. Yep, it's happening. We got sounds. Test it. Yes, we do. Okay, great. Great. Alright. Yeah, weird. Another time where I pushed the start stream button, the go live button, and it didn't start up. So ended it and started again. It seems to be fine. Alright, let's get going here. Bring up the old notes. Show number 286 today. Alright. Whoops. Did not cue that one up. Here we go. Listen for the drum taps. Like all plans, it starts with step 1. $1,000 emergency fund. Step 2, you'll pay off all your debt. Except mortgage, we don't do that yet. So pay off your consumer debt. Every one of those charges, from smallest to largest. Baby step 3 is next. Full emergency fund of expenses. You stay gazelle intensive. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I coach, and why I host this after show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have financial peace, then you should do Dave's baby steps. Now step 4 is when you can take a breath and go less gazillion invest. Step 5 is to save for your kids. No student loans at all for college. The 6 is to pay off your home. Step 7, build your wealth and don't keep it all yourself. And you've lived like nobody else. Now you get to live large, and now you get to give large. His name is Dave Ramsey, and this is his plan. And I hope to meet him. I admire the man. I've messed up in my life, but these steps have made it right. That's why I go, that's why I go, and why I host this YouTube show. If you don't like the way it's working out, you should do the baby steps. And if you want to have that financial peace, you should do Dave's baby steps. Try to take it home. Live from Columbus, OH. It's the Ramsey Show Aftershow. Here we are, and here we talk about the Ramsey Show. We are here, but here we talk about the Ramsey Show YouTube chat, and the people in it, and all things financial, and whatever else I want to talk about. You can do that if you get a YouTube channel and you press go live. You can do that. Where are we at? I'm your host, Coach Steve Money. I'm a certified Ramsey Solutions financial coach, and you can schedule a free consultation assessment with me at calendly.com/Coach Steve Money. Links at the top of the chat and in the video description below. You can email me about anything, anything, CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. You can reach me on Instagram, add me on the gram, Coach Steve Money, no spaces. And if you'd like to donate to the channel so that I can make it better, you can do that at paypal.me/Coach Steve Money, right there on the bottom of my webcam frame. All right. All right, so today's brand new, Ramsey Show. And no Dave, but John Deloney, friend of the Aftershow, has returned from the Florida, where they were giving did the Building Wealth last week, and then early this week did the Entree Leadership Summit. And hey, guess what? We got a song for him. Like I said, he's friend of the Aftershow. He was actually in the chat one time, and that was great. Oh, we call him Dr. D, as you can see, but his parents named him John Deloney. Oh, he's got 2 PhDs, 2 more than me, plus he's got some other certs. John Deloney, never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. Ooh, he takes a call and then twirls his pen, and he saves the day again. John Deloney, ooh, this dude has got some range. Season of change is what you're going there, says John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sets it, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. I said a brilliant mind, anxiety redefined, and put in a quick read by John Deloney. Wealth and illness has to face, they didn't place, but they probably steal it from with John Deloney. Never gonna stop, gives advice, such a brilliant mind, he always sorts it out, has the clout of the healing kind. John, woo! John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. John Deloney. And his co-host, George Camel. Yeah. Yeah, he used to host YouTube back in the day. KC calls him George, Camel with a K. And George hosts 3 podcasts. They don't cost a cent. A borrowed future, entree, leadership, and the fine print. Opened up YouTube, saw the thumbnail was Camel. It's always fun with George on the panel. Ayo wears ASOS and Deloney wears flannel. No one does it better than our guy George Camel. Paid his house off. Baby step 7, y'all. Bought a second dog. Suggested to a caller that she sell her horse. He apologized. It's still good advice. He apologized for the phrasing of it. All right. Market report. Alrighty, we have the market up. NASDAQ 0.268, Russell Small Cap Index 2.17%, both those over 2%. Just a hair shy of 2%, the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones Total Market 1.61%. So how about that? What do we have on that? About the market. Stock market news, live update. Stock surge as relief rally gains steam on upbeat earnings. And so that's the retail sales report for last month, I believe. Boom, boom, boom. Strong retail earnings Thursday morning spurred markets early in the session. Macy's, 18% up. Dollar General up 21%. So after both companies raised forecast on Thursday. So there you go. That's the reason for that. We often try to find reasons. Sometimes that's a fool's errand. But I'm just a fool to do it, yo. All right, so we have, let's see, Costco. Oh, these happened already. So let's look at these to see what went on at the Costco. And they went down after hours, so probably not a good report. Oh, they top estimates by $1 billion, but misses on same-store sales. All right. Let's see what Market Watch has to say about that. If we can read it, I don't know if we can read it. Costco stays on track for first $200 billion revenue year, but same-store sales rise just 10.8%. What were the estimates for it? Jeez. I mean, I guess so. They're getting more members, but the members aren't spending equally. Members combined spending less, I guess. Let's see. Reported third quarter earnings of $1.325 billion or 30.04 per share on sales of 52.6, up from a profit from $275 a share on revenue of $45.28 billion. So it is $7 more billion of profit. They expected like 20, was it 25 and 4? It was 29 cents more per share. And they thought it would be less, sales of 51.56. So I mean, I wouldn't be too harsh on them for that. But that's the way it goes. They have the expectations, and then if it misses the estimates, they don't like that. So, but being up 10% after the previous quarter, I would think that would be good news. But apparently not, according to the information right here. People not liking it, so it went down. All right, and what was the one? Marvel Technology. They make circuit boards and such. And they are up, so I would assume good news. Narrowly beats Q1 goals. And so solid earnings, and the stock jump. So I guess it just depends on, so there's not, basically there's not really anything different. So they narrowly beat the goals, and Costco just missed one, but they made more profit. So crazy. All right, what else we got? NVIDIA up 5.16. NXP Semiconductors up 4.33. So hopefully they will start churning out those chips. Hopefully they will, so they can finish all the cars and get those on the market. We will see. Tomorrow, Pinduoduo, Salesforce next week, CrowdStrike, and Broadcom to follow. Most followed single stocks on the Google. Most up, Tesla, 7.43%, followed by the Facebook, formerly known as Facebook, Meta Platforms Inc., and Amazon, 4.03% up, probably helped by the retail sales numbers. And in the one between 1 and 2, Microsoft and Google owner Alphabet, and Apple was 2.32, and that helps ensure that Forrest Gump does not have to worry about money anymore, and that's good. One less thing. All right, so what else do we have here? Let's check out the rest of the planet. That would be all good in Europe. Mostly up in the Asia. And the euro's up on the dollar. The Japanese yen is up on the dollar. The British pound, love, is up on the dollar. The Canadian dollar up on the US dollar. Sorry. And the Australian dollarmite up on the US dollar. So a clean sweep for that. And I've noticed lately that when the market is up, that other currencies might be up on the dollar more so than when the market is not up. So, but a couple times recently that's not been the case, but I had noticed that previously it has been like that more often than not. So continue to track that. Everything down in the virtual currencies here, and they keep trading after the stock market closes at 4 p.m. Eastern time, so they keep going. Oh, so, and I was like, yeah, you can see it keeps going because the Bitcoin just got positive after showing negative when we first went to that screen. All right, and the futures, I still don't know about that. So, did that say U.S. Treasury? U.S. Treasury, what is U.S. Treasury bond? Oh, a bond, all right. Dave Ramsey does not recommend bonds. Yep, that's all we need for that. Let's see, we did Costco, we did that one, we did that one. All right, this from Business Insider. A former Google tech lead bragged on Twitter about how he used to trash women's resumes in front of them. Go have some kids. That's... Let's see. Also shared why he believes women shouldn't code. I told him, go have some kids. Don't worry, I'm smarter than you. That's crazy. Who does he work for now? Oh, in the now deleted tweets. Yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. Did he not think he was going to get any pushback on that? And I worked as Google as a tech lead on the YouTube app and worked for them. Oh, maybe that's why it doesn't work that well. And worked for the company from September 2014 to 2018. Then switched jobs and worked at Facebook, now called Meta. from May 2018 to July 2019 as a staff software engineer on Facebook Video. Now, now as a YouTube channel where he posts controversial takes about his time working for Facebook and Google. Well, of course then. So he was just trying to generate a little bit more publicity, probably, I'm guessing. And a little bit too much heat, so he deleted them. Let's see, what did he say? Coding is a brutal 24/7 job, mutually exclusive with motherhood. Said that mothers would come back obsolete and outdated after maternity leave. Alrighty. This from CNN Business. Biden is obsessed, in quotes, with lowering outrageous, in quotes, gas prices, but presidents don't control prices, says the Energy Secretary. Energy Secretary Jennifer Granholm, that would be cool, wouldn't it? Jennifer Granholm said President Joe Biden is laser focused on knocking down sky-high gasoline prices, though she concedes that even the most powerful person on the planet has limited influence to do that. He's obsessed with the fact that gas prices are so high and people are hurting. Following a rare tour of the Strategic Petroleum Reserve, the nation's emergency oil stockpile, argued that by unreleasing record amounts of emergency oil to ease strains caused by the war in Ukraine, Biden has already used the biggest tool at his disposal to address energy crises. He doesn't control the price. The former governor of Michigan said, oh, well, there you go, too. Said during the interview at a General Electric wind turbine facility in Nolens, in the bayou there. Speaking hours after touring Bayou Choctaw, one of the SPR's 4 major oil storage sites, located nearly 100 miles west of New Orleans, the heavily fortified Louisiana facility is the busiest it's been since 1987 opening, as officials race to get emergency barrels to market. All right. And everything's still on the table. Looking to see, I saw like one story where like the oil was getting sent to other countries. Don't trust me on that. I could be thinking of a different thing, but well, let's see if the Google will lie to me about that. Let's see that. What happened? What happened to the released strategic oil reserves? Today, the U.S. Department of Energy announced it has awarded contracts for all the 30 million. For all of the initial 30 million barrels it put up for sale as part of the President Biden's historic Strategic Petroleum Reserve release. And these barrels will be delivered in May and June and are the first U.S. sale in the largest release from reserves from both the United States and the rest of the world in history. Okay. Garnered strong interest and was substantially oversubscribed. DOE received bids for a total of 76 million barrels, or more than double the number of barrels that put up for sale. Okay. And who they sell them to? It doesn't say who they sold them to. So again, I don't know how that works. I mean, they sell it to Exxon and whoever else to make gas with it, or you know, I don't know. If I remember, I always say that. Yeah, I never remember, but if I remember, I'll take a look at that tomorrow and see if I can get some news on that. All right, Bloomberg, U.S. edition, Bloomberg.com. A city fights back against heavyweight cars. Oversized pickups and SUVs are exacting a deadly toll on urban streets. Here's how one U.S. city plans to push back. You're going to make them illegal? Imagine that you, a city resident, are contemplating swapping out your mid-sized sedan for a full-size pickup truck. And not just any pickup truck. Your eye has fallen upon a heavy-duty one like the Chevy Silverado HD or the Ford F-250. These are machines intended for towing and hauling, but they're increasingly popular as passenger vehicles in the U.S. despite their massive proportions. At almost 6.6 thousand pounds, the F-250 is 23 inches taller and more than twice as heavy as a Honda Accord. Okay. Such oversized vehicles exacerbate problems across all kinds of communities, but none more so than dense urban neighborhoods full of pedestrians and cyclists. Driving a large pickup or SUV increases the likelihood you'll kill or injure someone. Its thirsty power plant, the F-250 gets 15 miles a gallon, spews more air pollution and greenhouse emissions. If you're a city or state leader, you have a limited arsenal of tools available to discourage residents from operating these behemoths on local streets. A proposal from the District of Columbia, of course it's DC, would add a new one. The city is poised to require owners of vehicle weighing over 6,000 pounds to pay an annual $500 vehicle registration fee, almost 7 times the cost to register a modest sedan. No other U.S. jurisdiction has created such a forceful financial disincentive against the biggest heavy car models. You can't ban sales on these things, right? You'd like to, though, it sounds like. DC council member who developed the new fee structure, but you can make them pay their own way. All right, so they want $500 a year if you buy one of these. So we'll see if that takes care of it. So, I mean, that $500 isn't going to, that's not going to take care of if people are injured or killed by them being big. That's not going to do anything to do that. So why you bring that up is beyond me. Alrighty, so Microsoft exec, CNBC.com. Microsoft exec tells employees in Windows and Office groups to be more cautious in hiring as economic conditions continue to tighten. Microsoft executive in charge of Office is telling employees to be more cautious when it comes to opening up new roles. Microsoft Office and Windows businesses are growing, but they're not keeping up with the Azure cloud business. 2 weeks ago, Microsoft told employees it would increase part of their compensation. That's right. So, yeah, you don't want to just, you don't just want to keep hiring, even though business is good. You got to make sure you need the employee. Otherwise, you got people, you're paying people that aren't necessary to be there. This is from studyfinds.org. What is this one? Summer bummer. 56% of Americans fear they can't afford vacation this year due to inflation. New survey finds that 4 in 5 people say their summer plans have been affected by rising costs. Almost 3/4 are dipping into their vacation budget to help pay for other bills. Yep. So you may not have the money to do it. Over half of the 2,000 adults surveyed, 56%, don't believe they can pull the trigger on vacation plans this year because of rising costs. Even so, that's not enough to stop them from trying, as 58% have been saving and setting aside more money to keep their vacation hopes afloat. Reaffirming the busy travel season that lies ahead, almost 70% are still planning to hit the road this year despite possible budget woes. All right. It's also from CNBC. Justin Timberlake sells his song catalog to fund backed by Blackstone. To a fund backed by Blackstone, and deal valued at $100 million. Jason Timberlake is, or Justin, Jamie, sorry about that, Justin. Justin Timberlake is the latest music star to sell the rights to his songs for a huge sum of money. He sold the rights to his song catalog to Hypnosis Songs Capital, a fund backed by private equity firm Blackstone. Timberlake's hits include Cry Me a River, Bringing Sexy Back, Can't Stop the Feeling, and NSYNC songs such as Bye Bye Bye. He wrote that? He wrote that? Really? Let's see. Bye lyrics, and sometimes it says the songwriter on there. It just says NSYNC. Songwriters: Andreas Mikael Carlson, Jacob Ivar Burleson, Schultz, Christian Carl Marcus Lunden. Okay, I don't see JT on there, so I don't know how that, maybe they just, whoever wrote the article don't know how it works. Let's see if it says that. But one of the things, excited for the partnership, it does not cover future releases, so it's just the back catalog. But let's see, in December, Bruce Springsteen sold his catalog to Sony for $550 million. A month later, in January of this year, Bob Dylan sold his catalog and recorded to Sony as well. That came after Dylan sold his songwriting catalog to, catalog of recorded music. Okay, so catalog to Universal Music Publishing Group in December 2020. Tina Turner sold her catalog for about $50 million to BMG in October. And generally, I think the advice is to not give up your publishing for the songs you've written, because that money, that constant money coming in. I mean, again, maybe he wants to buy a house or something. Don't know. Want some money now for something, maybe. Alrighty, what else we got? Oh, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. Director teases a slasher film plot. Pooh and Piglet go on a rampage. A.A. Mills' original Winnie the Pooh stories only lapsed into the public domain 5 months ago. But the tubby little Kebby has already made his foray into slasher films. So I guess once it gets old enough, you can't have a copyright on it. You don't own it anymore. Let's see how this film was shot in 10 days in England. Well, it might not be that good then. Let's see. Declined to reveal the budget. Said audiences shouldn't be expecting this to be a Hollywood level production. Probably not. Let's see if it says anything about how that works. Now, out of copyright, Disney retains exclusive use of their interpretations of Pooh Bear and his friends. We try to be extremely careful. We knew there was this line between that, and we knew what their copyright was and what they've done, so we did as much as we could to make sure the film was only based on the 1926 version of it. All right. Well, that's still not even 100 years for that film, but I guess the story. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. Let's see. Winnie the Pooh out of copyright. Let's see. Whoops! Winnie the Pooh out of copyright. There we go. Disney's version of Pooh is protected by copyright. The company no longer has exclusive right to Milne's work. Hundreds of other works. Why is Winnie the Pooh in public domain now? Because copyright law is a quirky little girly. What in the world? Interesting. Many of the original characters in A.A. Milne's 1926 books Winnie the Pooh are now in the public domain, opening the floodgates for just anybody to adapt the characters so long as they don't infringe on Disney's interpretation of them. Sid is here, going for the walk. Walking is good. The rain is settled down, so there was no power issue. Let's see. That doesn't tell me why either, or how. Oh, under U.S. copyright law works a corporate or pseudonymous. Okay, that's pseudonym, and then you just throw the us on it. Pseudonymous authorship lapse into the public domain after either 95 years from first something or something. Okay, so 95 years. It's up for grabs. It looks like. All right. Let's check the Reddit. Reddit.com/r/Dave Ramsey. And we sort by new. All right. From Spaceman M. Maybe it's Space Flamingo. Don't know. Let's see. Pay 60% upfront for my first home. Hello everyone. I'm debt free since October from last year. Managed to pay off around $48K in debt in 3 years, these being a car loan and a student loan. I also managed in that time to triple my income from 28 to 100K, and I've been saving enough money to try to buy my first property. I would like nothing fancy, a 60 to 80K property where it can provide me with the basic necessities I could ever ask for, which is roof, water, electricity, kitchen. Okay, like to live very frugal, great, and not change lifestyle based on the income I currently have and will have going forward in life. My question is, I have saved around 50K and have 6 months of the emergency fund on a separate account. Is this the right time to buy my first property and put down a 60% principal and pay the remaining for the rest of the year? I'm 26, not married, no kids, and currently live in an inherited house with my sister and father. I'm guessing, let's see, if you have 60% down that you can put and you can pay the rest of that, the remaining 40% you can pay off within a year, then absolutely, then it doesn't matter what costs are right now. So, but it sounds like you probably live in America and not California or Seattle or any of those areas that are very high cost of living. Sounds like you can do that. Let's see. Nope. He doesn't add any extra information. So, but yeah, absolutely you can do that. And so, doing something like you're trying to do it doesn't matter what the rest of the prices are, or if you're even overpaying for the house what you would have paid for last year for it. So I mean, that doesn't matter. If you have the money, you can do it. No rudeness or trolling on the Did You Hear Ramsey Show discussion for May 26th. So this is nitpicking and stuff like that, general poking if you don't like something. Usually, sometimes it's like good stuff about it, but I think what I have trouble with the most about George Camel hosting is that he's really good at stating we teach blah blah blah, whereas Dave starts with prodding into the background and then explains why he wants the listener to do something. Blah blah blah. Dave has been doing it for 30 years. George Camel has not been doing it for 30 years. It's from the Californias. Let's see. He made some good points. I agree. However, I feel most of the time the caller is cut short and I really want to hear what else is going on. But I get why they can only allot so much time. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes the hosts ramble too much. They say, okay, that's not too bad. That's not too bad. We can take that. Okay. Posted by, let's see, Radiant_Pomelo. What happened to all the people saying we were dumb for paying off mortgages early instead of us investing in stocks? Yeah, you did. We still get people in the Ramsey show chat saying that you should invest instead of paying off the house early. But there's not quite as many, or saying that people were dumb for doing it before. So let's see. Seems like I used to see at least one post a week, so they would know better because they look at it more. I look at it just for the content there, which I think I see most of the posts though, since I've started doing that. And I don't remember seeing a bunch of those. So maybe the OP here is misremembering or something. Why would you pay off a home early or a loan at 3% interest when you can invest, make 10%, right? Saw several people post that they paid off mortgages and the comments were negative. All it took was a bear market to end these posts. I'm enjoying it. Everyone's a genius in a bill market. Okay. 86 comments on that. And so, like I said, I don't recall seeing an overly amount of that, but we do get that just about every day in the Ramsey Show chat. All right. This from Questwood 186, a power move. What would Dave do? It isn't a big deal. NBD. And no one probably thought anything of it, but I was at the dental office today and they asked for unexpected $500 deposit for surgery. I pulled out my debit card and paid it no problem. That's right. It's not necessarily what would Dave do. Dave would just do that, what you just did. So, cool. So, yep. And that's what having the emergency fund can do for you, because you can do stuff like that and other cash. And it looks like we did those already. Alright, well, guess we will have a short show today. I don't have anything else prepared. So, I'll give my plugs and then we will get out of here. Like Dennis Miller used to do on the SNL. There you go. And these links are at the top of the chat, in the video description below, and also on the right side of my YouTube banner. You can schedule a free consultation with me. Oh, by the way, I'm Steve Simpson, also known as Coach Steve Money. I am a Ramsey Solutions certified financial coach, and you can schedule a financial coaching consultation / assessment with me at calendly.com/CoachSteveMoney. And you can do that if you got money problems, or even if you just want to make sure you're on the right track. It is completely free. Now, if you need more than that initial consultation, there is a charge for that. So we could go into that, but there are no strings attached at all for this initial consultation. All right, so if you would like to do that, you click on the financial coaching, and then it'll bring you to the calendar. You can, if you'll be busy for the next week here, watching the first 2 episodes of Obi-Wan and the first half of the new season of Stranger Things, which both come out tomorrow. If you'll be busy doing that, you can just switch to June and pick sometime in June. Although Umbrella Academy is the 9th, I think. So the whole season comes out, I believe. Excuse me. And once you click a date, then you click the time, and Calendly will let me know when you would like that appointment, and I'll email you back to let you know what information I need in order to accurately assess you. This P right here is the PayPal link. That's for donations. PayPal.me/CoachSteveMoney. Also at the bottom of webcam frame. Add me on the gram. Instagram is Coach Steve Money, no spaces. You can email me about anything. That's CoachSteveMoney@gmail.com. Doing this out of order today. Normally I do upcoming streams first, but I did the plugs first today. Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, the Ramsey Show Aftershow show. That is this show, and that follows the Ramsey Show. Ramsey Show is 4 p.m. to 6 p.m. on YouTube. There's no live video of that anymore, but that's when it airs on the YouTube delayed video. And the commercials are taken out, so it's just 2 hours instead of 3 hours. Mondays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, tech support with Coach Steve Money. The Curse of Oak Island season 9 is over, so probably no more recaps until the next season starts, unless there's some kind of special during the summer or something like that, which they do, or like right before the season starts, they may have like a companion show or something like that, and we'll cover that. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, Old Man Video Gaming, and Saturdays will probably happen earlier in the day. Probably anywhere like around noon to 2 o'clock, somewhere in there, because it's my son's graduation at night from 6 to 8 p.m., and then after that we're going to dinner, so that one will not happen, but normally that's at Wednesday and Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And I do a bunch of other bonus Old Man Video Gaming streams. Like last night, I did Last of Us Part 2, the Rat King, and the Rat King killed me at least, I bet, 20 times before I figured it out. But I mean, that was it wasn't too bad though. That was all like in the first half hour. In the first half hour, where I figured out what to do, how to get out of the situation I was in, which was that I did not have any pipe bombs made ahead of time, and it was like immediately it was like where the save point was like immediately right in front of the monster, and so I didn't have time to do that. If I next time I play it, I will remember to have those pipe bombs ready ahead of time, and so that would make it a lot easier. So let's see, what else did I want to say about that? Yeah, so I'll be doing that Saturday afternoon, and then there also could be another bonus Old Man Video Gaming after dinner is done and I get home, but because I stay up late on the weekends, so we'll see about that. But yeah, so you can email me if you have any questions about anything on my YouTube channel, which would include Oak Island stuff, the Ramsey stuff, financial coaching stuff, video gaming, and you can see it's all Last of Us recently. I do play other games. PC Building Simulator. I have a couple that I need to finish that are on here. I need to go back and finish a game called In Sound Mind, and a game called, what is that called? Lost in Random. Need to finish those, and computer stuff. I do a show called, I already talked about it, Tech Support with Coach Steve Money. I do the exact same thing I just did with the Ramsey subreddit. I go to the Tech Support subreddit and answer questions based on my 25 plus years of experience being a PC tech. Alrighty, well, say there wasn't that much interesting news, stuff that I found interesting, and there wasn't that much just that one question on the subreddit. I mean, I guess I could check it one more time for a bonus. Let's see. I don't think I have to change it and go back. Yeah, so, and that was the only question between yesterday and today. Alrighty, well, tell you what, why don't you make smart financial decisions every day.